Have you ever wondered what truly makes a leader great? Is it their charisma, their ability to inspire, or their skill in decision-making? In this short video, we'll look at some qualities of a good leader from the lens of God's Word. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have not only a clear understanding of what God desires in leaders, but also practical steps to develop these qualities in your own life. Whether you're leading in your home, workplace, church, or community, these insights will challenge and inspire you to become the kind of leader who impacts lives for eternity. The first quality of a good leader is vision. Proverbs 29 verse 18 reminds us, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." A leader guided by God seeks his direction and leads others toward a purpose greater than themselves. Vision inspires hope and gives clarity, even in the face of uncertainty. When we align our plans with God's will, we lead with confidence that His promises will guide us through. Another crucial quality is resilience. Leaders face challenges that test their faith and determination. James 1 verses 2-4 encourages us to consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because these tests produce perseverance. Resilience isn't just about enduring hardships. It's about trusting God to use those trials to shape and refine us into stronger leaders. A good leader must also be a peacemaker. Matthew 5 verse 9 says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Leadership often involves resolving conflicts, promoting unity, and fostering a spirit of harmony. Have you ever witnessed a leader bring people together despite their differences? That's the kind of impact godly peacemakers have on those they lead. Generosity is another hallmark of biblical leadership. This is in terms of your time, encouragement, and support. Acts 20 verse 35 reminds us of Jesus' words, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." A generous leader creates an atmosphere of abundance where people feel valued and supported. Adaptability is also key. As leaders, we must be willing to adjust our methods while staying true to our mission. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 reminds us, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." Being adaptable shows humility and a readiness to follow God's leading, even when it means stepping out of our comfort zone. Above all, a good leader must lead by example. 1 Timothy 4 verse 12 urges us to set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. People are drawn to leaders who practice what they preach. When we live out the principles we teach, our lives become a testimony of God's faithfulness. A good leader, according to the Bible, starts with a heart of humility. Jesus himself demonstrated this when he washed his disciples' feet. He taught that leadership is not about lording over others, but serving them. Have you ever paused to think about what it means to truly serve those you lead? Imagine the impact we could have if every decision and action as leaders stemmed from a genuine desire to uplift others rather than seeking personal gain. Another quality that stands out is integrity. Proverbs 11 verse 3 says, "The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them." Integrity means being consistent in character, aligning your actions with your words, and staying true to God's principles even when it's inconvenient or costly. Picture a leader whose word is trustworthy and whose decisions reflect godly wisdom. Wouldn't you want to follow such a person? The truth is, integrity draws people because it reflects the unchanging nature of God. A leader must also possess courage. Joshua 1 verse 9 reminds us, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Leading often means stepping into the unknown or standing firm in the face of opposition. Think about moments in your life where fear could have held you back. How different would things be if you had boldly trusted God to guide your steps? Wisdom is another non-negotiable quality. Solomon's story in 1 Kings 3 shows us the value of seeking wisdom above all else. When God offered to give Solomon anything he desired, Solomon chose wisdom to govern God's people. and God blessed him abundantly for it. James 1 verse 5 assures us that if we lack wisdom, we can ask God, and He will generously provide it. As leaders, seeking divine guidance ensures our decisions honor God and serve others effectively. Patience is often overlooked, but is a cornerstone of godly leadership. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 8 tells us, "The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride." Leading others involves navigating challenges, waiting for results, and sometimes enduring criticism. Are we willing to wait on God's timing and trust His process? Patience not only strengthens our leadership, but also inspires those we lead to persevere. Empathy is crucial for connecting with those we lead. Romans 12 verse 15 instructs us to rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. A leader who can step into someone else's shoes and genuinely care about their joys and struggles creates an environment of trust and belonging. When was the last time you took the time to truly listen to someone under your leadership? Empathy builds bridges and strengthens relationships. Faithfulness is another defining quality. A leader must remain steadfast in their responsibilities and faithful to the calling God has placed on their life. Luke 16 verse 10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Whether it's managing small tasks or leading large groups, God calls us to be faithful in all things. This consistency shows others that we are reliable and honors God. Finally, love is the foundation of all godly leadership. 1 Corinthians 13 reminds us that without love, all our actions are meaningless. Leading with love means prioritizing people over processes, relationships over results, and God's purpose over personal ambition. Jesus summed it up in John 15 verse 12. "My command is this: love each other as I have loved you." Think about this. How different would the world look if every leader led with Christ-like love? As we reflect on these qualities, let's not just admire them from a distance. Let's commit to embodying them in our own leadership journeys. Leadership is not reserved for pastors, CEOs, or public figures. Every one of us is a leader in some capacity. Whether you're raising children, mentoring a colleague, or serving in ministry, your leadership matters. Before we close, let me ask you, which of these qualities do you feel most challenged to develop? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to The Daily Christian and join our growing family of believers seeking to live out God's Word in every area of life. Let's continue growing together, one step at a time. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, may God bless and guide you in every step of your leadership journey.